Hey guys, so what I've done here is broken down the overhead squat, which is a movement that a lot of people have trouble with. I'd say most people have trouble with, into 5 different segments or 5 different body parts. And what we've done after that is basically made up a bunch of stretches for each body part. So if you have problems with one or all 5 of them, hopefully you can incorporate a lot of these stretches into your pre and post workout routine. So, starting with, the ground up and the most obvious, or the most, the thing I see that affects people the most is tight ankles. And when we say, ankle inflexibility, we mean the ability to go into a dorsiflexion, meaning pulling the toe up to the shin, which a lot of people struggle with or just have limited range of motion. So when you're sitting in a squat, basically, the inability, say if that's your shin and that's your foot, the inability to put your shin and knee over your foot is going to affect the ability to sit in a good squat. So if you've got everything else from the ankles up in good condition, but you've got crappy ankle flexibility, it's pretty much like building a really nice house on a really crappy foundation, right? You're just not going to be able to squat right, you're not going to be able to clean right, you're not going to be able to snatch right. So let's go through these 4 stretches that hopefully you guys can incorporate into your routines if you've got some tight ankles. Starting with the heel cord / calf smash. So for this, we're just going to go right to the barbell here. So working from the Achilles ankle, that's what we mean by heel cord, all the way up through the calf. You're just going to sit on your butt, concentrate on one foot at a time. If you're hardcore, you can put both feet up and all your weight through that heel cord. And we're just going to be kind of rocking back and forth. You can also move the heel or the toe up and down, right? And we can also get kind of both edges, starting from the outside, starting from the inside, and then just kind of rock, okay? Once I'm done with that area, I'm going to move it an inch or 2 up. Same thing, up and down. I'm going to rock to the outside. And I'm going to rock to the inside. Okay, I'm going to continue doing that all the way up the calf. Okay, not neglecting the outside or the inside. I'm going to hit all 3 areas, middle, inside, and outside. Okay, once you're done with the calf / heel cord smash, we're going to take a lacrosse ball. You're going to have your shoe off, obviously, and we're just going to start rolling out the bottom of the foot. Okay, so again, imagine I don't have my shoe on. And I'm just going to roll through it. I'm going to find anything spicy, anything that's really tender. I'm just going to kind of, sit on that area, right? I also want to try and close that angle, that dorsiflexion angle, and create mobility while I'm hitting these muscles in the bottom of the foot, all right? So that's the lacrosse ball on the bottom of the foot. TA smash. So if you look down at my leg here, the TA muscle is this big muscle through the shin. If you pull your toe up, you'll see it kind of pop out, right? A lot of times that can get really tight and grimy. So if you take a lacrosse ball, you can kind of sit there and just grind it out. Or you can take a foam roller and just kind of put all your weight through it and just really strip that muscle of anything that's kind of holding it and blocking it from creating a good range of motion. Lastly, the banded calf stretch. So here, we're just going to take this band. You can attach it to a rig or whatever. If you're a big guy, use a big band. Ladies, maybe a medium-sized band. So we're going to pop that foot out real far, right? And we're going to load up our ankle so that our knee isn't internally rotating. We're going to externally rotate our legs. You can even use your hands and kind of externally rotate that leg. And we're just going to push it forward, keeping that heel flat on the ground and really working into good dorsiflexion. Okay? If you're good and your hips are already open, you can kind of just sit down in it. You can use a kettlebell to kind of weight yourself down and kind of push that knee further into extension. Or you can put a barbell on your back and just kind of sit down into it and just rock back and forth. Kind of really focusing on that side that's banded. But again, we don't want that knee to really internally rotate. We want to stay externally rotated like we would for a squat. That's it for ankle mobility. Next up is hips.